Hi guys, and welcome to yet another very exciting Adobe Illustrator tutorial. And in this tutorial we are going to talk about color and basically color theory and mostly the difference between the RGB colors and the CMYK colors. Okay, in the upcoming few tutorials I have talked extensively about colors, but in this tutorial I just want to teach you the difference between RGB and CMYK colors because they are mostly used these days and you need to know the difference between them. If you go to any color in swatches, but you can go into color guides or somewhere else, and if you double click on it, swatches option open up, and in color mode when you open this drop down menu there are number of options or modes: gray color, grayscale, RGB, HSB, SMYK, LB, and web safe RGB. RGB stands for red, green, and blue, and CMYK stands for cyan, magenta, yellow, key. So it stands for these sort of colors, and today we are going to learn difference between these two. Okay, let me turn these off. Okay, I prepared some layers to show you an example of something, and if you know anything about primary colors or primary lights, or do you know that every color is a combination of the basic primary three colors, red, green, and blue, then this tutorial will be a breeze for you. But if not, okay, then imagine that this area in the universe is some place where there is no light. There is total absence of light. Total absence of light means darkness. If there was any sort of light in here, we would see that color. For example, if we introduce red light here on one type of energy, then we see this red color. If we introduce all colors here or all spectrum of light here, then we would see bright white light like we see in our own planet Earth. Okay, now if we introduce green light also, now green spot is visible, red is visible, but between them the combination of these two colors makes a secondary color here. Which is this color? This is, for example, this is a yellow color, not for example, it is yellow color, so it is called secondary color. These are primary color, this is the secondary color. For example, these are torch flashes on a very black dark wall. Okay, now if I turn off the green one and turn on the blue light or blue color, then you can see their combination makes this pinkish type of color, which is called magenta in color schemes, And if I turn off the red and turn on the green one, then you can see the combination of the blue and the green one makes this light blue, which is called cyan color. And if I turn all three of them, as you can see, wherever they are intersecting, they are making a secondary color: yellow, cyan, magenta, and the combination of all three are making this white area. I hope you can see this white. It's a bit faded or light, but it is white, so that's what the color theory is, that all colors are made of three primary colors: red, green, and blue, and the combination or the mixture of all these lights or their colors produce the white light or the white color, like this. Okay, so this is the RGB colors. What is the CMYK color? Well, okay, for example, these secondary colors of these primary colors are the primary colors of the SMYK area, because that's what their first word or initial represent. C represents cyan, this is its primary color in here. In this color mode it is secondary, and the second one with it is magenta. And now the difference I want to point out or emphasize here is this secondary color combining with this secondary color, as you can see in here, is producing blue, which is the primary color of the RGB color. So that means that the CMYK colors and the RGB colors are total opposite of each other. The combination in these RGB colors, which produces one color, would produce the opposite in the CMYK color scheme or mode. And now if you introduce the yellow also, as you can see, it produces with the cyan color green and produces red as the secondary color of magenta and yellow. So the primary color of this one is the secondary color in this scheme, and this secondary colors in this scheme are the primary color in this color mode. I hope you get the difference between them. But you can see the difference, the combination of all these three CMYK produces a darkish color, but it's not total dark. To introduce total dark, you have to introduce some sort of a key which little increases the darkness of the middle area and emphasize it. Okay, so both of these have different uses in different places, but the main point that you can take out from this tutorial is that they are opposite of each other, and RGB color are much more versatile and you can achieve much more things with these rather than using the CMYK colors. But the thing here is that I told you that to imagine a dark wall that you are pointing torchlight of different colors on it and achieving these combinations of color. You can imagine that this is a color, this is a white paper. A white paper reflects all light, that's why it appears white. And if you throw white light or any sort of light on it and you have given it different sort of colors, then it's not observing or reflecting those colors. What it's doing is that, okay, this area is observing some sort of light, this area is also observing some sort of light, this is observing sensor. Now the light reflected from this area coming back to our eye or retina are not full spectrum. Some of their colors have been taken out. This is giving, this is taking out of the colors. I hope you understand that point. Okay, if anything, I hope that I have not confused you more about these color schemes if you have not already known about this. Although you just need to remember the difference between these two, that they are opposite. If you do not know anything about the primary color, this is not a physics or chemistry class where you do need to learn about the primary and secondary colors. So with that said, I take my leave from you guys. I hope you enjoy this tutorial and hope to see you in the next tutorial. Hopefully